What I'm about to share could help protect your health in ways most doctors don't have time to discuss during a typical appointment. I'm Dr. Harrison. For 45 years, I've been helping folks just like you understand and manage their heart health. Today, I want to share something that might surprise you, but it could make all the difference in catching problems before they become serious. Just last month, one of my patients came in for a routine checkup feeling perfectly fine. His blood pressure reading was concerning, but like many people, he said, "Doc, I don't feel sick at all. How would I even know if something was wrong?" I know exactly how you're feeling right now. Maybe you've been putting off that doctor's visit. Maybe you're concerned but don't know what warning signs to look for. Maybe you're tired of feeling uncertain about your health between doctor visits. You're not alone. I see this concern every single day in my practice. Here's what most people don't realize. According to recent medical studies, many Americans over 60 have elevated blood pressure that goes undetected for months or even years. Your body actually tries to warn you, but most of us don't know how to recognize these early signals. Maria, a 65-year-old grandmother who came to my office, worried about her family history. "Doctor, my mother had high blood pressure, and I don't want to end up in the emergency room like she did, but I feel fine now. How can I tell if something's changing?" That's when I showed her something that completely changed how she monitors her health. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to recognize your body's early warning signals before problems develop. You'll learn a simple method that takes just 30 seconds and can help you understand what your body is trying to tell you. No expensive equipment needed. No complicated procedures. Just learning to listen to the signals your body sends every day. Most importantly, you'll have greater confidence in managing your health. No more wandering between doctor visits. No more unnecessary worry. No more feeling helpless about your health. This approach has helped thousands of my patients feel more in control of their health and catch potential issues early. If you're ready to learn how to better understand your body's signals, please click that subscribe button and give this video a like. And make sure to hit that notification so you won't miss the practical health information that could benefit you and your loved ones. Now, let's start with understanding what's really happening in your body as you age and why traditional approaches might be missing important signs. Now, I want to address something that confuses many of my patients. They often ask me, "Doctor Harrison, I'm doing everything right. I watch my diet, I exercise, I don't smoke. So why does my blood pressure keep creeping up as I get older?" The honest truth is this. Your blood pressure isn't just about your lifestyle choices. As we age, three unavoidable changes happen in our bodies, and understanding these changes is the key to staying ahead of potential problems. Here's what most people don't realize. When they notice their blood pressure rising, they often focus on the wrong things. They start obsessing over daily readings, or they immediately assume they need to drastically change their diet. But that approach misses the real issue. When you only focus on the numbers without understanding what's causing them, you end up in a cycle of worry and confusion. Your family gets concerned, you get stressed about the readings, and ironically, that stress can make your blood pressure even higher. To break this cycle, you need to understand what's really happening inside your body. The first major change affects your blood vessels. When you were younger, your arteries were flexible. They could expand and contract smoothly with each heartbeat, helping to regulate your blood pressure naturally. But after age 60, this flexibility decreases significantly. Here's a simple way to understand it. Think of your arteries like the suspension system in your car. When it's working well, it absorbs bumps and keeps your ride smooth. But as it wears out, you feel every bump in the road. Every time your heart beats, it sends a wave of pressure through your arteries. Healthy, flexible arteries absorb this pressure wave, keeping your blood flow steady and smooth. But as arteries become stiffer with age, they can't absorb these pressure waves anymore. Instead, the pressure gets amplified, creating higher peaks that your heart has to work against. This stiffening happens gradually and naturally. It's part of the aging process that affects everyone to some degree. The arterial walls, which are made of muscle and elastic fibers, slowly get replaced with more rigid tissue over time. What makes this particularly challenging is that you can't feel this happening. Unlike a sore muscle or a headache, arterial stiffening gives no obvious symptoms in its early stages. Your arteries might be losing flexibility for years before it shows up in your blood pressure readings. Research shows that people who learn to recognize the early signs of these changes can take action to support their cardiovascular health more effectively than those who only rely on periodic blood pressure checks. The good news is that your body does send subtle signals when these changes begin. Most people miss these signals because they don't know what to look for, but once you understand them, you can catch these changes early and work with your body's natural systems. This is just the first of three important changes we need to discuss. Understanding all three will give you a complete picture of what's happening in your body and, more importantly, what you can do about it. Next, I'll explain the second change, what happens to your body's natural filtration system, and why this might be the most overlooked factor in blood pressure management. The second major change happens in your kidneys, and this one often surprises people because most don't realize their kidneys control blood pressure. Your kidneys aren't just there to filter waste. They're actually your body's blood pressure control center. They regulate how much salt and water stays in your bloodstream, which directly affects your blood pressure. Here's what's happening that most people don't know about. Starting around age 50, we lose approximately 1% of our kidney function every year. By age 70, you may have lost 20% of your filtering capacity without feeling any symptoms at all. Think of your kidneys like a water filtration system in your home. When it's new, it easily handles whatever you put through it. But as the filters age, they become less efficient at removing what needs to be removed. When you were younger, you could eat a salty meal, and your kidneys would quickly balance things out by removing the excess salt within hours. But as kidney function declines, this balancing act becomes much more difficult. Here's the science behind what happens. When your kidneys can't efficiently remove salt, that salt stays in your bloodstream. Your body then retains extra water to dilute this salt, which increases your blood volume. More volume in the same space means higher pressure. It's basic physics. But it gets more complicated. As your kidneys struggle, they start sending chemical signals throughout your body saying, "We need higher pressure to do our job effectively." This creates a cycle where declining kidney function actually triggers your body to raise blood pressure even higher. Recent studies show that this kidney-related blood pressure increase affects nearly 60% of people over 65, yet it rarely shows up in standard blood tests until the decline is already significant. This explains why someone might say, "I've been eating the same foods my whole life, but suddenly my blood pressure is climbing." It's not that their diet changed. Their kidneys' ability to handle that same diet has changed. The concerning part is that this process is largely silent. Unlike other health issues that cause obvious symptoms, kidney function decline happens gradually and quietly. Most people don't realize it's happening until their blood pressure starts climbing or routine blood work reveals the problem. However, your body does provide early Warning signals about kidney function changes, subtle signs that appear long before any blood test would detect a problem. Learning to recognize these signals can help you support your kidney health before issues become serious. The key is understanding that your kidneys and blood pressure work as a team. When you support one, you're helping the other. And the earlier you catch changes in this partnership, the more you can do to maintain your health. This brings us to the third change, something that affects how your body automatically regulates blood pressure throughout the day. This change might be the most important one to understand because it explains why your blood pressure might seem unpredictable or why you experience symptoms like dizziness or pressure headaches. The third and perhaps most important change affects your body's automatic control system, what doctors call your autonomic nervous system. This is your body's autopilot that manages blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing without you having to think about it. After age 60, this system loses more than 20% of its effectiveness. When this happens, your blood pressure can become unpredictable in ways that might surprise you. Here's how this system normally works. When you stand up, gravity naturally pulls blood towards your legs, which would normally cause your blood pressure to drop. Your autopilot immediately responds by tightening blood vessels,